see if we have Sandip back because we'd love to hear his view as far as ITC is concerned. Sandip, I hope you heard the story that my colleague Vinny was breaking. Of course, it's been in the works for a while, but what's your sense? Hotels demerger and the other parts of the business?
So I think, frankly, actually, all these restructuring and all demergers, mergers don't excite me so much. So I think it has to be the value of the total company. Now, it is possible that a demerged entity gets a better value because of the fact that hotels in general are getting valued more than their cigarettes business. So some value accretion can happen, but it's a small part of their overall value. Like if you look at the total value of ITC at 6 lakh crores, hotels would account for maybe 25, 30 per thousand crores at the outset. So today's move itself would have increased its market cap by, I think if you see 3% up, then 15,000 crores. I think this is more or less factored in. Fundamentally, ITC has been doing well. It's got re-rated. I think that re-rating has reached a level now. I think it will be more to do with earnings growth rather than further re-rating.
Point, because the market cap, as you pointed out, is already past 6 lakh. The value of the hotel business is pegged between 20 to 30,000. So yes, a large part of that move is what we saw already today. But nonetheless, that stock is soaring away, whether you call it value unlocking or any other trigger. But since we are on the subject of value unlocking, let's welcome on board Jalirani as well, because he's joining us to talk to us about Reliance as well, because that's been the big unlocking that we have seen. Remember, at the start of the trading session, we had seen that RIL was in the pre-open session trading at 2580, and the value that was derived for the Jio Financial Services business was around 260 rupees. Large part of the street was expecting that the valuation will be between 160 to 190 rupees, but the actual value derived was around 261, much better than what the street was expecting. Sandeep, your take on Reliance itself, and if at all, anything on financial services if you have to add?
So Reliance had underperformed for a very long period of time, and after that, over the last 2-3 months, we've seen it come back and outperform and make up for the underperformance for this period. I frankly think that it's ridiculous to give a valuation of 260 rupees per share for Jio Financial Services, which actually is doing nothing right now. Like they're doing some things, but hardly anything. And uh, I think it's looking too much into the future. Overall, Reliance per se should do reasonably well. But again, I think as far as the large caps go and the indices go, my view was that we'll hit two thresholds this year, 19,000 and 20,000, which I think is more or less done. I don't think we are getting 21,000 this year. Let's see.
Don't know about 21,000, but 20,000 is just about 30 odd points away. Should make it today or tomorrow, hopefully. On that note, we're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our chat with Sandip Sabharwal as well as our charters. Back to closing trades, right here ET now, counting down to 20,000, 40 points away from that for the Nifty futures in this series. We've already scaled that mark in the August and September series, by the way. And in the spot Nifty, we're just a few odd points. Actually, no, retraced a little bit, about 50 points away now as we speak. But yes, the sectoral churn continues to be at play. It's actually some of the underperformers. I mean, one of the biggest mover on the index today is Kotak Bank, and that from within the private banking space has actually been quite the underperformer. You've got pharmaceutical, which has got the maximum sectoral contribution today. So the likes of a DRL, Cipla, Sun Pharma, they are the ones which are sitting high. ITC, of course, is looking very smart. Bharti, ICICI Bank, Axis and SBI as well doing their bit. But Sandeep, just wanted to understand, in the last 15, 16 odd sessions, is there any addition that you've made to your portfolio? Any stock that you've added positions to perhaps?
In such spiraling markets, it's tough to buy into new stocks. So just holding on to the portfolios, we are more or less fully invested. On the banking side, we have Axis and ICICI Bank as big holdings. On the auto side, we have Tata Motors and Mahindra and Mahindra, L&T on the infra side, and Bharti Airtel, and so on. So Sun Pharma on the pharmaceutical side, especially talking about the large caps. So holding on to a fully invested portfolio My view is that market should be fine, decently placed till around September, and we could get some correction end of the year. Around September, we'll be looking to generate some cash.
September is the time when you're looking to deploy some cash. Thank you, Sandeep, for joining us.